Very good morning to everybody and happy Thursday. It's our step into summer day today, isn't it? So I'm sure you are all there, like I will be, in some summer clothes. And even if it rains, we can still be looking forward to what summer has to offer. So it's our last assembly this week on our theme of turning back time and finding out more about our school. And there's been so much discussion and chatter. I've had lots of emails from parents saying how interesting it's been learning about our school. And today's assembly is all about uniform and our school badge. So this is my jumper, my school jumper that I wear when it's chilly. And this one has my initials on it. And here we have, just like you have on yours, our school badge. And the questions we have are, what do these symbols mean that we have on our school badge? If you've got one on, have a little look at it. There are 4 of them. And when did we start using it, particularly on our uniform? And I have to tell you now, children, that I have still got some mysteries around our school badge. There are some things that I have not been able to, despite being a good history detective, find out. So I'm hoping that you will go home, talk to parents or grandparents who may have come to our school, and you may still be able to find out a little bit more for us. Okay, so let's do the easy parts first. So Northowram Primary School has got 4 symbols on its badge. It has an N. Quite easy, I think. You can guess what that means. It has a sheep. Now, some of you thought that was a ram because you thought the ram in Northowram might have meant like a male sheep. It doesn't. I can tell you that for sure. I'm going to tell you what Northowram means in a minute. It has a bell. And then this is the bit of the mystery that I still haven't managed to find out. So I really need your help and your parents and grandparents' help with that. We're still not sure whether this image here is a pair of shears to shear the sheep, or a pair of calipers for measuring something, or even a pair of compasses. We're just not totally sure about that. But let's start with the easy one, the N for Northowram. Our badge is a badge of pride. When we have it on our jumper, it is showing us that we belong to the Northowram Primary School family. And that's what a school badge does. It links us all together in one school family. So N for Northowram. But do you know what Northowram actually means? Well, I've done a little bit of research and I now know. So Northowram has its origins in Anglo-Saxon words. So if I just show you the word Northowram, the way to think of it is in 3 parts. North being the first part, that's an easy bit. And Ower, O-W-R, being the second bit. And am being the third part. And I'll tell you for why. So north means north, as in the direction north. And if you think about Northowram being part of Halifax, then we are north of Halifax. Now, this is interesting. Ower is like a shortened way of saying over or above. So North Ower, and if you think about the town that we're above Halifax, the Anglo-Saxon word for town was ham, H-A-M. Not like the ham that you might enjoy in the sandwich, but ham appears in lots and lots of different place names, and it means town. So our school name and our village name actually means north over the town. So that am is a shortened version of ham. So Northowram will have maybe been how it was said when it was first named, Northowram. And then eventually now it's become, we kind of say Northowram, don't we? Northowram, north over or above the town. So there we go. We've got the N on our school badge. And then the sheep is also because of the place that we live. Now, Northowram and Southowram are kind of 2 points above a valley, and it's Shibden Valley. We've got Shibden Park down there at the bottom. So Northowram, north above town, sits on one side of Shibden Valley, and the valley goes down, and on the other side of Shibden Valley is Southowram, which of course means south over town. So they're two little villages sitting above the town. And the Shibden Valley comes from Sheepdene, That's where that word comes from. And it's because the wool industry and the sheep and the farming and the wool industry was incredibly important, and lots of people made their money out of farming and the production of sheep to be used for wool and then into textiles, because that was really important in Halifax. As were other industries. There was quite a lot of coal mining around here, and also Northowram's famous for flagstones as well, because we have a quarry, which some of you will know, and that has produced some lovely stone for flagstones. But yeah, the sheep is there because sheep and wool production is a really important part of our village. The bell. Well, in tomorrow's assembly, I'll show you the bell that I still have in my cupboard, the school bell. And I don't know how old that is. I'm guessing that this is just an image because schools had bells. There may even have been a bell tower at the old school, the one that closed in 1991. But I'm guessing that this just means a school bell. If you know different, let me know. And then we've still got this mystery of this symbol here. But I'm hoping that somebody will know. I'm not sure how old our school badge is, children. When I've been a history detective and looked at lots of photographs, etc., I can certainly tell that it was 40 to 50 years ago that it started to appear on our school uniform. But whether it was used before that for other purposes, I'm not sure. Now, someone who's really helped me with my history work is a lovely mum of Charlotte in year 1, and she emailed me and said, and I love this, the sense of historical connections. She said that Charlotte in year 1 is the 4th generation of pupils in our family to attend Northowram Junior and Infant School. And she's attached some photographs going back to Charlotte's great-granddad's attendance. So I'm going to try and show you those. I'm not sure how well they'll show up on my computer. Maybe I should have printed them out. So the first photograph we're going to have a look at is Charlotte's great-granddad. And it's probably one of the very, very first class photographs. And it was taken in 1927. Wow, so between the war years, and actually Charlotte's great-granddad went on to be a Royal Marine, I think in the Second World War, so he went on to have make a huge contribution to society. So I'll show you that picture, if I can get it up on here. Right, now, can I make it bigger for you? How do I do that? Full screen. Okay, and I'm just going to turn my camera around. Okay, so this is the photograph from 1927, and I think this may be Charlotte's great-grandfather there in the front row, who went on to be a Royal Marine. And the notes at the bottom, there's no school uniform there, but the notes say that the children, where does it say it? Note that the children are wearing boots or clogs, and clogs were like wooden shoes, and that's what the children would have worn at that time. So there we go. And then I'll show you the next one, if I can get back to that, which is, here we go. I'll just enlarge this one for us. Okay, so this photograph was taken in probably about 1953, and there's one from 1954. And this one shows Charlotte's granddad, aged about 7. So somewhere in there, again, no school uniform. Girls have all got bows in their hair, just like we do today. It looks like it was taken on some grass near the school. And Charlotte's granddad is in that photograph. And then the next one I wanted to show you was a more recent one. I'm going to have to turn my camera around because it's the other way around. And this one is Charlotte's mum. And this is from 1985. Ooh, can you see that? Can you see it? I'm sorry, it's the wrong way around. And I think, I'm struggling to hold everything at the same time. I think that this might be Charlotte's mummy, looking at the notes that she's given me. And again, I know you're looking at it sideways on. There's no real school well, there is school uniform, but no sign of the badge on the uniform. So that's interesting. so much to Charlotte's mum for sending those in. Now, I've had another look at some other photographs to look at when we started using the school badge on our uniforms, and I'll just share those with you. I've got them laid out over here, so we'll do. Okay, so here we go. So this is the first one, and we think that this one, if I have a look, is from 1975. And actually, if you look at the children there, you can see that while some of them have school uniform on, I'm not sure it was compulsory. I'm not sure that we asked that everybody wore it, because quite a few of the children, especially the girls, look really smart, but they have got their own clothes on. Look how smart those school shoes are, by the way, everybody. Smart school shoes. Those children look marvellous. And then into colour, we move on. When was this one? This one is 1978, so just 3 years later. Now have a look at this. It looks like there's been a transformation in the school uniform, because the children are wearing all of them now. So it must have been made the school rules to wear uniform. They're wearing shirts and lovely smart ties, some blue, maybe blue and white ties there. Very smart shoes. I think it must be summer, because we've got some summer sandals on. There we go. And then we're going to move up to, let me just check, 1982. And again, we've got really smart children there, in there, some with summer dresses. Looks like there was a choice of blue or a grey sweatshirt or V-neck jumper, and still with ties, looking very smart. And this is the first reference I can find to our school. Can you see there? Our school badge being used, in this case, for a sports team, maybe a gym team. So maybe it was used on the sporting t-shirts and uniforms rather than the full school uniform. Now, moving forwards, this was the first picture I could find, 1985, where I spotted that some of the children, that's really a little bit unclear, had got a light grey uniform, like a sweatshirt, with a big Northowram Primary School badge. There's one girl there and another girl there that's got the school badge on. And then moving forwards again, now we're in 2001, so not very long ago. These might even be people you know. When I look at photographs then, it seemed that the school uniform started to show the badge. And these, in fact, were little hats, some little caps that the children had worn. I think we should bring these back, don't you? But the badge didn't have any yellow on at that point. And then, just because it made me chuckle, I'll just show you this. The children, obviously, in 2001, did a performance of Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is set in Egypt. And I just wanted to show you this picture here, which shows some of the children in their costumes. I'll just do a little close-up on this one here, because here he is. I think that that is Mr. Naylor in his school production all the way back in 2001. And how lovely it is that Mr. Naylor came to our school and then came back to work and teach in our school. Wow. School history. There's so much to enjoy. So there we go. Still some mysteries. And seriously, please go and talk to people at home. Woo! Please go and talk to people at home. Please find out anything else that you can, because I haven't got anything written down. And the best way then that we can find out about history is to talk to people who know about it. Perhaps your parents, your grandparents can remember if they wore the school badge. Maybe they had something to do in the development of the badge. Maybe it is only about 40 or 50 years old. I can't find a record, so I'm asking you to go find out, and please tell me what you find out. Okay, but when I wear this jumper, when I wear our school badge, and when I see our school badge, it reminds me that I belong. I belong at Northowram Primary School. I am part of that family, just as you are. And when you have that badge on your jumper, that's what it's saying. I am proud to be part of the Northowram Primary School family. So wear it with pride. We all belong together. Have a lovely day, everybody. Bye for now.